Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 61 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. On first down, Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Clifford got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the left side. Akers. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off play action. Clifford. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, Clifford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Looking to throw. Clifford escaping. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them in practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. A look at the starters down the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the bootleg, Clifford. And Woods has it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
90, 53, check 53.
To throw on 3rd down, Clifford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson with a first down carry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 69 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Clifford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. To throw on 2nd down, Clifford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Clifford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Let's go.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up. Go now. 10-2 start. Hey, defense, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Clifford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but it's going to be 2nd down. On second down, Akers, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Clifford. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw. Clifford.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Akers trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Clifford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact and force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Clifford. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football. They've got his man complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 41 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Clifford, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clifford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards and a giant first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Clifford, he finds Hopkins complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun, Clifford. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up.
He's got a man, complete, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. 14 seconds, all that's left in this first half as they come up on first down. Now it's Wilson. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. This is fielded at the goal line. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
Let's go, baby.
A big play there for the Giants. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Back to throw. Clifford with a catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Clifford. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Back to throw here. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Stop your whining.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. type of big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run with Wilson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Caldwell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Squeeze, double.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Wilson's got it complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. On the crossing route, complete. That's Flowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On first down, it's Wilson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Second down, this is Wilson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 51. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Go.
From the gun on third down, Clifford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go. Let's go. 53. Check 53. Come to my world. We want it. Come to get
On 1st and 10, Clifford. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Clifford. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Flowers.
We play to win. Let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, pushed their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
On 3rd down, Clifford. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Get it.
Off the play fake, Clifford. And Woods has it complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
60 out, Lord.
On 1st down, Clifford. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. Clifford. It's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here at Arlington. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first, they'll go back to Wilson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Wilson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll look to throw. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
It's complete to Hopkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they